This practical shows how to analyze a water sample and then purify it by simple distillation while checking that the product is close to pure water. The apparatus includes a distillation flask with a heat source, a still head, a thermometer, a Liebig condenser with cold water in at the lower nozzle and out at the upper nozzle, a receiver, and clean glassware for pH and boiling point tests. We first inspect the raw sample for color, odor, and turbidity and record observations on a results sheet because these clues point to suspended or dissolved impurities. We measure the pH of the raw sample with universal indicator or a calibrated pH probe to decide whether the water is acidic, neutral, or alkaline. We also check for dissolved solids by placing a known volume in an evaporating basin, warming it gently to dryness, and noting any solid residue. And we record its mass after cooling. To set up the distillation, the water sample is poured into the distillation flask with a few anti-bumping chips, and the thermometer bulb is positioned at the exit of the still head, so it reads the vapor temperature. The condenser is connected with rubber tubing so that cooling water enters at the lower side and leaves at the upper side, and the receiver is placed to catch the condensed liquid. We heat the flask steadily until the sample boils and the first vapor travels into the condenser, where it cools and turns back into liquid, and we collect the condensate as the distillate. We discard the first few drops to rinse the receiver, then collect a measured fraction while keeping the boiling gentle and steady to reduce carryover of spray. When enough distillate has been collected, we turn off the heat, allow the system to cool, and then test the distillate for pH, which should be close to 7. We also determine the boiling point by heating a small portion of the distillate in a clean beaker with a thermometer, and the reading should be close to 100 degrees Celsius at local air pressure. Finally, we compare the mass of residue left by evaporating the original sample with the mass left by evaporating the distillate. And if the distillate leaves almost no residue and has pH near 7 and a boiling point near 100 degrees Celsius, we conclude that the distillation has purified the water.